welcome to our weekly guided meditation. So whether you're here in person, it's very nice to see people coming in person, and then also presumably people joining us via the internet. So it's something that we're very happy to share, whether it's in person or online. So we'll begin the evening with a short period of devotional chanting. And so for those of you who have chanting books, we'll be using the dark brown volume of the chanting books this evening instead of the light brown volume. Dark brown volume will be beginning on page 18. Wait a second. Maybe not. Page 18. And so we'll chant page 18 and part of page 20. You switch over, so we're chanting in the Pali scriptural language. And then we'll switch to page 43 after that. And we'll be chanting, and that's the suffusion with the divine abidings, the loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. And then we'll go into a period of guided meditation until about 8:30 p.m. And then we'll close with a very short period of chanting also. Okay. Yoso Bhagava Arahang Sama Sambuddho Swakato Yena Bhagavata Dhammo Supatipanno Yasa Bhagavato Sabhaka Sangho Dhammayang Bhagavantang Sadhammang Sasangham Imehi Sakarehi Yatarahang Aropidehi Abhipujayama Sadhuno Bhante Bhagava Suchira Parinimbutopi Bhajima Janata Nukampamanasa Yime Sakare Dugatapana Karabhute Patikanhatu Amhakam Digaradang Hitaya Sukhaya Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivade. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammam Namasam Supatipanno Bhagavato Sabhaka tassa bhagavato pupa bhaganamakarang karoma se. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So page 43, same book. I will abide, pervading one quarter with a heart imbued with loving kindness. Likewise a second, likewise a third, likewise a fourth. So above and below, around and everywhere, and to all as to myself. I will abide, pervading the all-encompassing world, with a heart imbued with loving kindness, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. I will abide, pervading one quarter, with a heart imbued with compassion. Likewise a second, likewise a third, likewise a fourth. So above and below, around and everywhere, and to all as to myself. I will abide, pervading the all-encompassing world, with a heart imbued with compassion, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. I will abide, pervading one quarter, with a heart imbued with gladness. Likewise a second, likewise a third, likewise a fourth. So above and below, around and everywhere, and to all as to myself. I will abide, pervading the all-encompassing world, with a heart imbued with gladness, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. I will abide, pervading one quarter, with a heart imbued with equanimity. Likewise a second, likewise a third, likewise a fourth. So above and below, around and everywhere, and to all as to myself. I will abide, pervading the all-encompassing world, with a heart imbued with equanimity, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. So let's establish ourselves in a meditation posture. So, establishing a posture that is hopefully sustainable for the next 40 minutes or so. But that's not always possible, depending on our bodily condition and whether we're sitting on a chair or a stool or on the floor, cushions. It's not important which posture, but just whatever posture we're using, that we're using it skillfully. Posture of that uses the least amount of bodily energy to be sustained. So we don't want to be forcing the body. Or creating tension. We want to find that balance, poise, and yet within that poised position there's relaxation. So let's all take a few minutes just to begin at the crown of the head and slowly, in our own time, sweep our attention through the body, working down the head, face, neck, continuing all the way down the shoulders and arms and fingertips, also going down through the torso, right down to the toes, and just check. This is checking in. And see how the body is. Releasing any unnecessary holding. Notice other sensations as well. So let's just make a note of that. Recognize temperature or other sensations. Just notice. Continue with this for another minute or so, and if you've already completed one sweep through the body, then perhaps do it again, but in reverse. Work your way up from the toes through to the crown of the head. bodies affect our moods, our thoughts, and our thoughts and moods affect the body. This is something I think we're all aware of. They're separate, but they're very closely linked by affecting each other. The Buddha himself placed so much emphasis on mindfulness of the body in the way he taught. Attention grounded in the body. Now that we've most likely completed our body sweeping, just for a few moments try to sense the entire body simultaneously within those same boundaries of crown of the head down to the toes and fingertips. Just try and let everything within those boundaries be part of our awareness at the same time. Our container of mindfulness at this moment. To assist us in establishing more settled states of mind and more settled states of body, using the mindfulness of the breathing process is, well, first of all, it's the most, probably the most well-known meditation object. Probably the most used meditation object. And it's very effective. So now shifting our attention from the body itself, the entire body, let's narrow it down to choosing a part of the body, our body, where we notice the breathing process the easiest. Whether that's the air passing through the nostrils, or the throat, or chest, or abdomen. Where do we most easily connect with the breath, connect our mindfulness, our awareness with the breath. So let's establish ourselves in that and sit quietly for a few minutes. And when the mind gets drawn out and distracted from the breath, as soon as we notice, we just gently return our awareness, mindfulness back to the breathing. Over and over again, no matter how many times we we get pulled away, distracted. Attention grounded in the body, focusing on the breath. That's all. So simple. So let's not complicate things. When or if we see ourselves complicating things, the mind, thinking, wondering, doubting, whatever, and just gently leave that aside and go back to sensing the body instead of thinking about it, and sensing the breath. What does it actually feel like? Without describing it, without going into a mental proliferation. interest in the breath. Notice if it's changing. Notice the temperature. And we can begin to look, again, not in a complicated way, but just to see if there's any changes or differences between one breath and the next. And without controlling the breath, but just noticing. And this can help maintain a mindfulness and create a settled state. Now this process that we're going through will expose the contents of the mind. It will allow us to get a clearer view of thought, of emotion, of bodily sensation. On a clear day, we see more clearly, we see further. The other morning here, it was very misty, foggy. Couldn't really see. And when that cleared, there it was, clarity. So the meditation is not just to suppress, repress, ignore, somehow exterminate thought and feeling, but it's to be able to be more aware and clear and certain of what we're experiencing when we do have thoughts and feelings arising. Clarity, that ability to see and to notice, then becomes firm in our day-to-day life. And when we're not sitting on a cushion or a chair meditating, we're tuned in to our inner world, tuned in to our experience. Able to experience things and remain calm even when we're going about our daily business. Otherwise, if we're only at ease sitting like this, that's a very limited peace. And the Buddha was teaching unlimited peace. laboratory or our training ground, training ourselves through calmness, to be able to see, to experience inner things, external things, and then, like the verses we chanted, the last verse around equanimity. We can abide in equanimity, balanced consciousness, balanced awareness. Practicing like this, we are able to develop or take the position of being an observer, observing the breath, observing thoughts that arise, feelings, it's like taking a step back and being the observer, and seeing that separation between the experience and that which is aware of experience. I'm suggesting that they are two different things. There's a thought and there's what's aware of the thought. There's the emotion and what's aware of the emotion. And so on and so forth. Whatever we become aware of, whatever we perceive, there's that reality of knowing it. We can call it awareness, consciousness, mindfulness. Two different things. So the more and more that we can dwell in this position, from the position of being the observer, then the observed, at least the experience of so many people is that the observed, whatever is observed, tends to lose its power, its allure, its ability to pull us around through life. We can respond to different experiences, and we respond with discernment, balance, wisdom. Respond appropriately. Practicing like this, we're developing a sensitivity. And sometimes in English the word sensitive can be used in a pejorative, negative sense. Fair enough. Somebody said, "Oh, you're so sensitive." It's a negative. But being sensitive, to be sensing clearly. We are sense beings. We have eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and intellect. In Buddhism, we have 6 senses. We are sense beings, living in a sensual realm, and developing sensitivity in this way is a bonus. It's a path. To developing a way of living with the senses, not having to close off senses, but knowing when and how to receive sense experience as a human being. To receive the pleasurable things, the neutral things, painful things, which every single one of us will experience. Everyone. Attention grounded in the body gives us a place to dwell, so that we can see when sense impressions arrive. So that we can practice receiving sense impression with equanimity. Practicing in this way, we learn how to receive experience without clinging, without grasping at that experience. However, if something arises which is wholesome, blameworthy, helpful, we can nurture that. But it's a nurturing without clinging. If something arises, an experience that is unwanted, unwholesome, painful, we can let it move. And if there is something that we can do to help that to be released or let go of, then we do that, but we do it without clinging. We don't wrestle with sense experience. We use discernment. So practicing in this way, it's not just erasing the mind, erasing experience, placing ourselves into a dull state. No, it's a bright, clear, poised, experience. Relaxed, yet alert. Balanced. So after I ring the bell, gently we open our eyes, changing the possibilities of sense impression. Chanting, moving the body, meeting different sights, sounds, tactile impressions. And we can be aware of this without clinging. close with a little bit of chanting. First we'll chant from page 41 in the same chanting book. Reflections on Universal Well-Being in English. This is reviewing the same qualities that we chanted before the meditation. Loving kindness, compassion, gladness, and equanimity. It's just phrasing it differently. May I abide in well-being, in freedom from affliction, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may I maintain well-being in myself. May everyone abide in well-being, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may they maintain well-being in themselves. May all beings be released from all suffering, and may they not be parted from the good fortune they have attained. When they act upon intention, all beings are the owners of their action and inherit its results. Their future is born from such action, companion to such action, and its results will be their home. All actions with intention, be they skillful or harmful, of such acts they will be the heirs. And we'll close with the closing homage in Pali and English languages. That's on page 16 in the same chanting book. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho, the Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, sangha